Hello, dear children. Welcome to your science class. So, in our previous video, we had discussed about the elements. Okay, we had seen how the elements are further classified into metals, non-metals, and metalloids. We had also seen the different physical properties of metals, non-metals, and metalloids. Right? So, as per our discussion, I told you that today we are going to discuss about the compounds. Okay, so what is a compound? A compound is a substance composed of two or more elements chemically combined with one another in fixed proportion. So this definition is very important, that a compound is a substance composed of two or more elements chemically. That means reaction has to take place in them. Okay, so to understand this, they have given us one simple activity. Okay, so let's see what are the ingredients required in this activity. First main thing that is required is iron fillings and sulfur powder. Okay, 50 gram of iron fillings and 3 gram of sulfur powder. Okay, so they have divided the class into two groups. So group 1 will have mixture of iron fillings and sulfur powder. Okay, they will just mix it and keep it. But group 2, they will mix and crush iron fillings and sulfur powder, and they are going to heat this mixture. Okay, till what time they are going to heat? Till it becomes red hot. Remove from the flame and let the mixture cool. So group 1 has to do only a simple process of mixing, crush iron fillings and sulfur. But group 2 has to mix them, crush them and heat them. Okay. So group 1 and 2, now they have to check. Check for magnetism in the material obtained. So you have to check whether the particles are showing the property of magnetism. So when you bring a magnet near the material, if the material is attracted towards the magnet, it shows magnetism. Okay. So compare the texture and color of material obtained by the groups. So you will find that in group 1, they will have their original colors of iron fillings and sulfur. But in group 2, you will find that the color will be changed. Now why the color will be changed? Because there is a chemical reaction taking place. Right? So next what they have told, add carbon disulfide to one part of the material, stir well and filter. So again they have given one chemical, carbon disulfide, and you have to put it and you have to filter it. Add dilute sulfuric acid or a dilute hydrochloric acid to other part. So to group 1, you can add first one, that is carbon disulfide, and to group 2 you can give dilute hydrochloric acid. You will observe that products obtained by both the groups show different properties. Okay, though the starting materials were same, group 1 and group 2 got same material, but you will find the final products were different. So how? The answer for it is, group 1 has carried out activity involving a physical change, whereas in case 2, group 2, there is a chemical change, chemical reaction taking place. Okay, understanding the difference. The material obtained by group 1 is a mixture of two substances. The substances given are elements iron and sulfur. Okay. So next is, the properties of mixture are same as that of its constituents. So here now we are going to discuss about the mixtures. You can clearly see the difference between is given between mixtures and compounds. So the properties of mixture are same as that of its constituents. The material obtained by group 2 is a compound. Okay. So in the activity we can find that in group 2 there is a compound form because these small elements combined with each other and they gave different product. On heating two elements strongly we get compound which has totally different properties compared to the combining element. Okay, so iron and sulfur will leave their own properties, they will combine with each other and they will form iron sulfide solution, some product which will be different from the reactant. So composition of compound is same throughout. We can also observe that texture and the color of compound are same throughout. Thus we can summarize the physical and chemical nature of matter. Okay, so here we have seen that two different elements came together, reacted with each other and formed a compound. Okay, so now let's see the difference between mixtures and compounds. Mixtures you have already seen. Am I right? Elements or compounds when they just mix together to form a mixture with no new compound is formed. Okay, in mixture there is nothing new formed, but in compound elements react to form new compounds. Okay, next a mixture has variable composition. So the composition may vary. That is, if I give you the very easy example of bhel. Okay, bhel that we eat. Okay, if you go to 2 or 3 different shops, will you taste the bhel in the same way? You will find the ingredients more or less somewhere. Whereas if you drink water in Pune and if you drink water in Mumbai, will you find there is any different in taste or formula? The formula of water will remain H2O, you go anywhere in the world. Okay, so the composition of each new substance is always fixed in compound. So a mixture shows the properties of constituent substance. So in mixture you can easily identify that this particular ingredient is there. But in compound, a complete new substance has been formed. So it will show completely different properties. Okay, in mixture, the constituents can be separated fairly easily by physical method. Just now we saw in our activity that iron and sulfur, you can easily bring magnet and separate it. Okay, because it was just a mixture. Right, but in group 2, it was compound where both of them reacted due to heat. So the constituents can be separated only by chemical or electrochemical reaction. In compounds, the constituents can be separated only by chemical or electrochemical reactions. So is it clear the difference between mixtures and compounds? So what you have to do is, you have to write and give me the difference between elements, compounds and mixture and compound. Mixtures and compounds, you can write it. You can add your own points also. Okay. This last flow chart, tree chart, okay, that is given. Let us revise this quickly. So what they've given? Matter. Matter has solid, liquid and gas, 3 state. They are further classified into pure substance and mixtures. Okay, pure substance can be further divided into elements and compounds. Am I right? Yes. Elements, they cannot be broken down into simple substance. Compounds have fixed composition and can be broken down into elements. Okay. Elements, for example, copper, oxygen, iron, hydrogen, and compound, example, water, methane, sugar, salt, etc. Okay, so pure substance is clear. In mixture, there is no fixed composition, so they are of 2 types. One is homogeneous and another is heterogeneous. So what is homogeneous? Which has uniform composition. And what is heterogeneous? which has non-uniform composition. Okay, so for example, in homogeneous, you can get sugar in water, salt in water, sulfur in carbon disulfide, and in heterogeneous, you can get sand and salt, sugar and salt, food, blood, water in oil, etc. Okay, so children, please go through the exercise, whatever is given. Okay, start writing the difficult ones in your notebook so that you will be clear with the lesson. What you have learned, you will read it once. You will read the full lesson, and if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, children? So, bye for today, and we'll meet in our next class.